Just last week, Europe was basking in the gentle glow of late autumn, golden leaves, mild air, and light jackets. Then, almost overnight, everything changed. A sudden, dramatic flip in the weather plunged the continent into a deep freeze. This wasn't a gradual shift. It was a meteorological ambush, catching millions off guard. The culprit? A jet stream flip. One day, mild air from the Azores. The next, a torrent of Arctic cold. Temperatures dropped by over 15 degrees Celsius in 2 days, and cities from London to Berlin were buried in snow. This is a powerful reminder of how quickly the atmosphere can reshape our daily lives. Picture a massive, invisible river of air, thousands of kilometers long, snaking high above us. This is the jet stream, the boundary between frigid polar air and warmer southern air. The greater the temperature difference, the faster it flows, sometimes over 250 miles per hour. It generally moves west to east, steering weather systems across the Atlantic toward Europe. When the jet stream sits north of Europe, we get mild, settled weather. But if it dips south, it opens the door for Arctic air, triggering cold snaps and snowstorms. The jet stream's position is the single most important factor in Europe's winter weather. Its north-south shifts explain why our weather can swing from mild to extreme in just days. This invisible river is a battleground, and its movements shape our seasons. Understanding it is key to predicting and surviving Europe's wild winters. The jet stream has two main moods, straight or wavy. When it's straight, zonal, it races west to east, locking cold air in the Arctic and bringing Europe mild, wet winters. This pattern means predictable, if dull, weather, rain, clouds, and few surprises. But when the jet stream slows and meanders, it forms deep troughs and ridges. These waves can trap weather systems, causing prolonged cold spells or heat waves. A deep trough over Europe funnels Arctic air south, setting the stage for major winter storms. Under these troughs, expect frigid, stormy weather. Under ridges, calm and mild. A wavy jet stream creates dramatic contrasts. While Europe freezes, North America might bask in warmth. This wavy state is what triggered the sudden flip to winter. The jet stream's shape is the difference between a gentle season and a brutal one. It's the architect of our most extreme weather. The jet stream's path is shaped by powerful forces in the atmosphere and oceans. The polar vortex, a swirling mass of cold air over the Arctic, keeps the jet stream straight when strong. But if the vortex weakens, often due to sudden stratospheric warming, Arctic air escapes south, making the jet stream wavy. Ocean patterns matter too. La Niña, with its cool Pacific waters, can ripple across the globe, encouraging a wavier jet stream over Europe. This winter, a moderate La Niña and a vulnerable polar vortex have combined to raise the risk of severe cold. Another player, the quasi-biennial oscillation, a wind pattern high above the equator, can weaken the polar vortex when in its easterly phase. This year, all these factors have aligned, making a wavy, disruptive jet stream and a harsh winter far more likely. The jet stream is at the mercy of these global forces. When they conspire, Europe feels the chill. Understanding these drivers helps us anticipate the winter ahead. The models became reality. Europe's jet stream flip in November 2025 unleashed a relentless winter. Scandinavia saw temperatures plunge below -15 Celsius for over a week. Paris was buried under its heaviest snowfall in a decade, paralyzing the city. Energy demand soared, sending prices skyrocketing and straining gas reserves. The UK and Germany faced warnings of blackouts and energy rationing. Transport chaos followed. Airports shut down, roads clogged, and supply chains faltered. Local authorities struggled to keep up as salt and grit supplies dwindled. Emergency services were stretched thin, especially caring for the vulnerable. Meteorologists warn the wavy jet stream pattern will persist, promising more weeks of cold and disruption. This winter is a test of Europe's resilience, both economic and human. Europe's deep freeze is part of a global weather chain reaction. As the jet stream dips over Europe, it rises elsewhere, bringing mild, dry weather to the US East Coast. Meanwhile, the US West Coast faces intense storms and heavy snow. This seesaw effect shows how one jet stream can create extremes across continents. The root cause? The Arctic is warming twice as fast as the rest of the planet, weakening the jet stream and making it wavier. This leads to more frequent, persistent weather blocks, cold in one place, warmth in another. The jet stream's influence even reaches Asia, affecting the Indian monsoon and agriculture for millions. Our climate is a single, interconnected system. What happens in the Arctic echoes worldwide. A cold snap in Europe is just one link in a global chain of weather extremes. A sudden winter demands practical action, not panic. Start with your home insulate, draft-proof and bleed radiators to save warmth and money. Prepare a winter emergency kit, torches, batteries, radio, first aid, food, water and blankets. For your car, keep an ice scraper, shovel, blanket and phone charger handy. Dress in layers, wear hats and gloves, and check on vulnerable neighbors. Community support is vital. Look out for each other. Heed official weather warnings and avoid unnecessary travel during severe conditions. These steps build resilience, not just for this winter, but for the unpredictable seasons ahead. Preparedness is now essential in our changing climate. A culture of readiness helps us weather any storm. It's easy to dismiss a cold snap as just weather, but the rise in sudden jet stream flips is a sign of climate change. The Arctic is warming fastest, shrinking the temperature gap that powers the jet stream and making it more unstable. This paradox means a hotter planet can still deliver brutal winters by disrupting atmospheric patterns. Climate change brings more volatility, heat waves, droughts, and yes, deep freezes. The science is clear. Wavier jet streams and extreme winters are becoming more common. We must shift from reacting to disasters to building resilience, upgrading infrastructure and planning for extremes. Ultimately, the solution is to cut greenhouse gas emissions. Every action, from renewable energy to home insulation, helps stabilize our climate. The wild weather is a warning. The climate system is under stress. We must act now to secure a safer future. The winter of 2025 has been a harsh lesson in atmospheric science. The jet stream is no longer just a topic for meteorologists, it's essential knowledge for everyone. Understanding it helps governments, businesses, and individuals prepare for wild weather. Better forecasting means more time to get ready, stocking up, insulating, and planning ahead. Seeing the link between jet stream shifts and climate change turns abstract science into real-life urgency. It motivates action, from policy to personal choices. The jet stream is a symbol of our interconnected world. What happens above us shapes life below. The sudden flip to winter is a warning. Our climate patterns are changing. By learning, preparing, and acting together,